Hi, so we are on the entry number 6 and we again forgot to change the date right here. Hence, I have opened this entry F21819, enter, Control A. Yeah, it is changed now. Let's try to solve all these entries quick now. Dividend collected by bank. Hence, bank is on the receiving end. Bank is a receiver. Debit when bank receives. Debit. It is also a receipt. Receipt is F4, I guess. Is it? Okay, we are not sure. So let's. Okay, receipt is F6. F6. Okay. The date is 1st August 19. Let's change the date. 1st August 19. Citibank and yeah, F6. Citibank and how much is the amount received? Dividend. Is there account of dividend? No. Alt C to create a ledger. Dividend. Indirect income. Yeah, because company is not in trading of shares business, hence dividend is an indirect income. How much was the amount? 1,20,000. Yeah, we don't have the check details. Dividend received. Yes, this entry is also done. Paid electricity bill by check. Bank is affected as bank is a giver, hence credit when bank gives. Credit, enter. This is the payment, hence copy this one right here, and the date is 31st 7/19. Yeah, 31st.7.19. Payment for F5 and Citibank account. Which account is used to pay? Alt C, electricity bill, expenses, indirect expense. Yeah, so if electricity bill is of office, then it is an indirect expense. If electricity bill is of go down or manufacturing unit, then it is a direct expense. But we are assuming that it is of office only because this bill amount is too low, that is 60,000 only. Oops, no. Enter. I have forgot to enter the narration. Electricity city bill paid. I hope that you are carrying up with me and I want you to get ahead of me so you can carry on yourself if you want to, and just pause the lecture. Paid for advertisement, bank, credit, payment. Okay, same entry on. Let's change the date first. Yes, Citibank. Do we have advertisement account? No, we don't have. Advertisement, indirect expense, right? Now you can use Control A because it will be faster. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Paid for advertisement, right? Enter. Paid for legal charges, same thing. Yeah. What's the date? Because then changing dates is too lengthy process. F2 to 919, was it? Yeah. Citibank is used to pay. Alt C to legal fees. Legal fees is always indirect expense. Yeah. Okay. 50,000 is the amount. What? No. end of list, enter. Yeah, no check details, paid for legal fees, paid legal fees. Yeah, this entry is also completed, and this is the entry of 31st October 2019, drew from bank for personal use. Hence, this bank account should be affected. Bank is the giver, hence bank is credited. This is a payment entry, and why? I'll just write this entry down for you so that it will be easier for you to crack. Although we have done these entries, but yeah, that's okay. Bank account should be credited, right? So we don't have any doubt about it. Hence, which other account should be debited? Because one is credited, the other effect is debit. This is how we cheat. Okay, drawings, drawings account is debited, just to show you, because when we received when we received capital from the owner, right? When we received capital from the owner, it was credited and it was a liability of a company. But now that capital is taken by the owner again, hence it should be debit to nullify this effect, and the amount due will be less on the company. There is a detailed lecture of drawings, so you can go and check it out. If no, you can just follow me. Yeah, 3110 F2 3110 19. You don't have to enter 19 because we are in that year only. Citibank is used. Uh, which account? Drawings, right? We don't have drawings. Drawings is a capital account because that is the last time we were stuck there and we checked it in the group crack sheet. Yes. How much is the drawings amount? 1 lakh, 2 lakh. Okay. As this is for a personal use, hence this is treated as drawings. Drawings, enter. Now the paid establishment expense is from cash, but credit, uh, same thing. Yeah, credit. Let's pass these two entries. Establishment expense and paid for printing bill book 111 and 3112. 111 and yeah. Okay, so let's do one thing right here, that is, yeah, that is change this date right here from 31 December to 1st November. Copy this and change this right here. I'll show you how to make a combine entry that is of two transactions. Cash account is credited anyways, hence cash is right here, and yeah, Alt C for establishment expense, capital no, indirect expense, you can choose them as direct expense also, but whenever in doubt always go for indirect expense. The amount was 34,000, and yeah, press. So it has opened this tab right here. If you would have pressed yes here, it would have taken you on the narration tab. If you don't press yes and press Alt C, it will ask you to create another account, that is printing, right? Indirect expense, one can only imagine, is 8,500. So as you can see right here, there are two combined entries, which is, the first one is cash, no, establishment debit because it is an expense, printing debit because it is an expense, to cash because cash went out. Just because they are on the same date, hence we can choose to pass them on a with a single voucher only. Right. Let me remove this. Narration is paid for printing and establishment expense. This is how big companies do, right? Because they don't have time to open every entry and then pass it. For 31st January 2020, welcome to next year. 31st January 2020, payment by Citibank and insurance premium. Insurance premium, indirect expense. Yeah, what is the amount? 21,500. 21,500. Paid insurance premium. If you are going fast, you can surely playback. You can surely try the playback speed of slower playback speed. And if you believe that we are going slow, you can try a playback speed of 1.5. Enter. We forgot to fill this. Let's copy this from here. And then this one is also same. Oh, this one is also same, is it? Paid rent. This one is also same. This one is different. We'll check it out later. Paid salary by check. Paid rent paid. The date is 1/2/20. Citibank account. Paid salary by check. Salary account is now. Why is it an indirect expense? Suppose we have paid salary to the office employees, then it is an indirect expense. If we have paid salary to the factory staff and laborers, then it is considered as wages, hence it is a direct expense. 40,000. Yeah, paid salary, enter. Which is the next date? Next date is rent is paid on 31st March. 31st March 2020 by Citibank account. Yeah, Alt C. Rent account is not there, I guess. If it's there, you can enter it. 3 lakh is the amount. Enter. Rent paid. Okay, so this is a speed alert. Commission received by check. We'll check this entry later. First, let's complete the 17th entry. Paid for charity by check. Citibank account, and yeah, charity. Charity is an expense, indirect expense. Citibank account 80,000. Oops, 80,000. Enter, 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 enter. Paid charity. Enter. Okay. This entry is now left, which says commission received by check. That is, bank is affected, and debit when bank receives. Hence, this should be debited. This is a receipt. So receipt is a F6. Okay, F6 right here. F6 Citibank account, and commission received. Oops, commission, not commission. Commission, right? Commission is an indirect income because one can only imagine that it has business of some space artifacts. Commission is 2,50,000. 2,50,000. Yeah, commission received. So all these entries are passed now. Let us check out the bank and cash account. hence DAL. For those of you still don't know, that is DAL for these ledgers. Okay, and here you can see these ledgers specifically, that is Citibank account, and right here is cash account. So let's go to cash account first, and let's change the period by Alt F2, 1419 to 31/3/20. There should be three entries of cash. I'll show you. View filter, where are you? Data filter, only bank, only cash, right? Okay, so three entries of cash, that is payment, payment, payment. Is it? Oops. 14. Yeah, payment, and these two entries are together as we have entered them together. You can open them and check them out. And this right here is a contra entry because so I'll be choosing cash and bank also. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You got the gist, right? Let's choose bank now and open the bank account. Escape and go to, what was the name of our bank? It was Citibank. Alt F2 to change the period. 14. By default it shows only a month period, hence you can always change the period from here. That is Alt F2, Alt plus F2. By now you must remember it. Alt plus F2, 1419 to 31/3/20. So there should be, yeah, all these entries. 1200. Yeah, date of dividend received is wrong, hence let's change the date. F2, 1819. This is how you tally, you check a account. Control A, and yeah, contra 40 lakh, 4 lakh. Okay, hence I'll show you one thing, how to read an account. This right here is opening balance. Okay, this right here is the total of all the debits and credit for this period. That is, debit total is 371,200 and credit total is 1571,500. So there are more payments than receipt in this year, and the final balance is 163. Hence it was like opening plus, which one? Debit minus credit is equal to closing, right? Same way you can do for cash. I'll show you cash right here. Alt F2, 1419. This right here, opening plus debit minus credit equal to closing. Okay, so we have passed all these entries, and yeah, if you really want, you can go back to those entries again. You have these in the resource file. Also, in the next lecture we are going to study about the purchases, and there are some entry about the purchase. Hence I recommend that you have a printout. If not, then also okay. So yeah, see you in the next lectures.